y'all. As you can see, all the accessories are off the front of the engine. And what I'm doing is basically getting it to where I can paint it. Make it look a little nicer for Mom. So I just had that guy break in the intake, and the old welder and the nut project repair fix worked flawless. So now I can replace the thermostat, which is why I went to take that apart and it broke. Yeah, so next step is going to be finish removing the lower radiator hose, upper radiator hose from the radiator, because I'm going to replace those. And then I need to pull some of that stuff up and away. And then we're going to clean. We're going to degrease, scrub with a brush, and clean the intake and these valleys here where there's some old grease and stuff as best as I can. And then I'm going to paint. I'm going to prime and paint the intake manifold. I'm going to prime and paint the water pump and the front of the engine and the heads. And then after that's done, I'm going to pull the valve covers off. And these are going to get cleaned up in the media blast cabinet. And then they will get painted off of the engine. And then I've got new valve cover gaskets. So we're going to fix all that, make that all look pretty. I took the pulleys off because I'm going to blast and paint those. I got all the accessory bracketry off because I'm going to blast and paint that. So should look pretty nice. It's not going to be a perfect deal because I'm not pulling exhaust manifolds. I'm not, there's going to be nooks and crannies and crevices where I just can't get clean. But you know what? It's okay because I know Mom doesn't really care about how nice this looks cosmetically. It's just something that I want to do to make it nice for her, and it's going to look clean, and I think it's worthwhile while it's here. And I had to take all the accessory stuff off for the AC anyway. And obviously I gotta, take things apart to fix the cooling system and make that all right and new. So little by little, we're getting there. The old welder worked perfect. Here's all of the stuff I've taken off. Label it because I'm old and I don't remember where stuff goes. So more to follow. Hey everybody, figured I'd pop in here for a minute and kind of give you guys a little update on Mom's truck. I've been doing quite a bit to it. My current latest project is trying to clean up the engine, get it look nice for her. And I know it wasn't necessary, but it was one of those things I wanted to do to make it a little more pretty. I did get the wheels done. It's a bee. Did get the tires on, hubcaps on. I did all the front brakes. So it has new rotors, new wheel bearings, new wheel seals, new pads, new shocks in the front and the rear. Truck drives really nice. And kind of give you guys a little view of what we got going on here. So took all the accessories off of the front of the motor, got it down to the bare bones, essentially long block. And then I went ham, degreasing and cleaning, and repainted it top to bottom as best I could. Obviously, a little overspray on the exhaust manifolds, whatever, that'll burn off. I don't really care about that. New chassis, semi-gloss black on all the accessory mounts. The engine, I hit it with the GM blue and then threw some clear coat on it, and man, it pops. It looks good. So I'm excited with how it turned out. Put a new filler neck on it, and new thermostat, new valve cover gaskets. I got rid of the thermal vacuum switch valve thing here, and then the same thing on that because they weren't doing nothing. When I was taking the old original one off, this bolt broke off in the intake manifold, and used the old welded nut on top of the broken bolt, and I was able to pull it right out. So yeah, so looks a lot better here, and just kind of give you an idea what the, where's my bottle? I'm not very good at filming. I'm not a good video person, so kind of a tard. Here she looks. I went with a, what are they, 265, 75, 16. Looks pretty good. I'm pleased with the look. Yeah. I did do a little bit of clear coat touch up on the door. So I did it here, and then I did it here. And it actually looks pretty dang good. So it needs a little wet sand to blend it, wet sand and cut and polish. But and I did a little here. It just didn't. It wasn't very happy. But I think a wet sand and a polish will fix it. It ain't a perfect truck. The most important things. Got Mom's sticker on there. So yeah, kind of a little update on the truck. Some keen eyes might notice some things that I've added to it since the last video. I got a lot of the interior stuff delivered. So I got door panels for it. Unfortunately, they're the dark blue. So I'm gonna have to paint them before I install them so that they match the dash pad, because it just wouldn't look right if I put the dark blue in here. Yeah, so we're getting there, guys, and little by little she's coming together, and really pleased with how this is. So again, I apologize for not filming the process. I'm not good at doing that because all I have is my phone, and I'm learning. Anyway, more to follow. Appreciate y'all. Hey, so I want to touch on another thing that I did to the truck. These are the mirrors that were on it when we bought it, and you can kind of see, you might be able to see it, you might not be able to, but these are a Ford mirror head, and the Ford mirror head is different than the GM mirror head, and the difference is in the length of this arm. And so you can see the GM mirror head is shorter and the Ford one is taller. So these mirrors sat up higher. Not only was that the problem, but this mirror was cracked. So I found a set of GM mirrors, and then I polished the crap out of them so they look pretty. And the other thing I did is I replaced the bolts with some nice polished stainless button head fasteners. They just look a lot cleaner, and having the correct mirrors just, I don't know. It's a little thing that I noticed. They sat up taller and it just didn't look right. So not only are the mirrors right now, but the glass is good. So yeah,